Hey, it's Matt from the Grain Arcade, back playing some more Farming Simulator 15 here at Westbridge Hills. It's currently kind of dark here. Got some overcast skies or something. It says partly cloudy or partly sunny, but could have fooled me. Gonna try something a little different. If you look down there, you can see we've got 106,000 total of corn. We have made a train here out of our tippers that we have. We've got our forage harvester tippers, and we've got our little grain tippers that we use for the harvest. We just finished harvesting, what was that, field 16. Now we've got the great demand. It was actually at the flour mill. I think last video I said it was at the train station. I couldn't really remember, but it's actually at the flour mill. Right now corn is down actually at the flour mill. It's 8:53. I'm gonna head on over there. Hopefully this will work. This small tractor, it may have a hard time pulling this, but we don't really have to go up any big hills or anything. It's mainly flat around the corner here to the flour mill, so I think we'll be able to do this. We've got quite a bit of corn, including this. We had right around 400,000 liters of corn, so we're going to try to sell it and meet this great demand that they have. One of the things we want to invest in is a larger tractor. I think we're going to go after that Case Magnum. So, and if we have enough left over from that, we could get another combine, or we could get some more acreage. So we'll wait and see what we want to do, see how much money we get first. It's not really a ton of money. It's 2 times the normal rate, but I mean corn is pretty low. I mean, you look at the rest of the prices: 484, 516. Wheat and barley are both higher than that as far as regular price goes, and canola, it's always higher. So we're not really expecting to make a ton of money. Definitely not like we make on biogas, but we'll see what we make here. Let's try these brakes out and see if they work. Yeah, it works out pretty good. I think this will work out just fine. Now, if we were going to the train station or the diner or somewhere, where we had to go up some hills, I would say, no, let's just take the 2 green tippers. But since this is mainly flat, I think we're doing okay. All right. Let's see. I need a fast time before we do that. I almost forgot to do that. That would have been pretty bad. We're going to go to 4 o'clock. And let's see. It's 8:53 now. Alright, let's see what it is now. 8:59. Well, it's a little bit higher, so we'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and sell it. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot higher than that. Yeah, see that price is not just skyrocketing too fast with that. You'd think corn would get a better price since it's one of the harder things to get into, but I guess if you're looking at, real world, maybe not. Oh, the other tipper picked up. I wondered why that wasn't dumping. Now we can dump it. I was sitting there, I hit X and it wasn't moving. I was like, huh? I was like, wait a minute, I hear the hissing sound. Turn my beacons on. I forgot to turn those on. Alright, we'll dump this last one here. Let's see, that was 106,000. So we're making just shy. Making about $12,000 less than that per liter, per ton, or whatever. I think they measure it by liters on here. Yeah, they do. Or maybe it's ton. Now, anyway, for a 106 liters, we're making about $12,000 short of that. So we're making about $98,000 per 100,000 liters. So not bad, but it's not a lot. We may still be able to get our tractor though. That's kind of what we're I think what we're aiming for is just that tractor. then we can get the combine later when we sell canola or biogas again. Currently planting barley down there in 19. Looks like he's just about done down there. Need to get him back up here to 16 and get it planted. But we'll do that after we sell this corn. See how he's doing there. Yeah, he's just about done. Got a couple more passes there. We need to get it fertilized. And this way, hooking all these up, we only have to go to the flour mill, oh, maybe 3 or 4 times total. It's just such a dark day here at the farm. It says partly cloudy, but if you could have fooled me, this looks more like overcast. Looking at all these clouds. Alright, fill up these last ones here. Boy, if I made this any longer, we wouldn't be able to see it. I've seen some videos on YouTube where they have just a ton of these connected. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they fill them. I guess they have maybe somebody spot them. Oh boy, you know, I probably should have come in here the other way and turned around. It's going to be a wide turn. It's a slow turn too. Turn my cruise control up here and turn it back on. A lot of corn. It's off to the movie theaters and chip companies and cornbread, cornmeal companies and baking companies or cooking companies. And gonna make some Fritos. I did not realize that Fritos were just like corn. And what I mean is, you know, all the other chips you buy, you know, they have this in it for preservative and this in it for flavor, and then they have this in it for, you know, taste, and this in it for filler, and this in it, you know. Not Fritos. You know, you look at the bag, the ingredients on the bag of Fritos, it's like just corn and corn oil, and I mean that's pretty much it, and maybe salt. That's it. Pretty much a straightforward chip. But you can also put Fritos on a plate and light them on fire. Make sure you're old enough to play with matches if you want to test that theory out, but it does work. You can use Fritos as a fuel source. Albeit it, you know, it's not a very long-lasting fuel source. Alright, this is our second load. How much we got left in storage? 189,000. So we got one more full load. And not quite a full load after that. So we can carry 106. Well, we're getting our practice in for operating a train here. For Farm Sim 17. I'm curious about that. You know, I saw some gameplays from Gamescom over in Germany, and you can actually go inside the train. That's pretty cool. It's like Train Simulator. It doesn't look like it goes very far. It just goes kind of around a mountain. And, you know, just kind of makes a loop. But I mean, hey, you know, it's a introductory feature to Farm Sim 17, and I'm sure the modders out there, you know, they'll come out with steam engines and you know, Union Pacific engines, and what's the other one, BNSF. There's another one too, I can't remember the name of it, the blue one. CXS maybe that's what they're called. They'll come out with a lot of trains. They'll come out with some modded maps maybe with extended train lines. That'd be pretty cool. I'd kind of like to see the steam engines. That would be awesome. You know, have the train, you have to keep water in the train, and you have to bring, if you get one of the old wood-burning steam engines, you know, you could have the farmers supply wood to the train stations, and, you know, supply water to the water filling stations where the trains fill up with water for the steam engine. That would be awesome. Somebody come out with that. I was disappointed you couldn't drive the steam engine in Red Dead Redemption. That was an awesome game. You could get in the engine, but you couldn't drive it. It was driven by AI. So great game. I wish they would come out with it to download for the 4 here, PlayStation 4. I would download it. They need to re-release it as a restored 1080p HD type deal. You know, improve the graphics on it maybe a little bit. They should be coming out with another Red Dead Redemption game soon. I would think it. I mean, it made a lot of money, so. And they're there to make money. You know what? I think I'm going to make a turn here and go this way. No, I have to turn around to the right because that's not going in the direction we need to go anyway. Well, this little train turned out to be a really good idea or a really bad idea, and I think it turned out to be really good. You can transport the corn more efficiently this way. Someday we'll have to get a semi-truck though. Semi-trucks and auger wagons. Want a different trailer though. I'm really curious to see how that works on the new game. We are counting down the days. We are right at close to 2 months now. Of course, by the time this video is released, it'll be maybe a month and a half. So I think right now we're recording maybe a couple weeks ahead. Alright. Brake. We should have like 80-something thousand. Yeah, 83,000 left. Alright. Let me pull forward. How much is our tractor, by the way? I'm in the wrong window again. We want the Magnum. 298,000. We should have just enough for it, maybe. I think we will. We got the rest of that to sell too, so I think we'll be okay. Be nice if we had enough for a larger cultivator. Now that we're getting the big one, we can get the larger implements for it. $276. Not quite, just almost though. I better make that a little wider. I'm gonna clip that tree there. So started doing some multiplayer stuff. If you see the Green Arcade online on the PlayStation 4 multiplayer sections, come on in and talk to us for a bit, and hope you subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter, and we like our page on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. Trying to post updates, you know, as I see them for the new game coming out. I need to start a countdown for that, put a little countdown thing on there. Maybe not start it out with days, just start out with weeks or something. Really want to get into live streaming soon. Hoping that's going to be a possibility. Get on Twitch, do some live streaming. Alright, this will be our last load. Maybe we'll have enough time before this is over to get our new tractor and go take a look at it. One more tipper maybe? How much is in there? Yeah, just one more tipper full. Well, not really. I'm almost full. 21,000 is the capacity, and it's got like 19,000 to fill, so. Alright, that's it. Let's run this last load of corn over to the flour mill. We'll probably end up just with over 300,000. A lot of equipment still left to buy, so we're not breaking the map yet here. Can't say the same for Bjornholm over there. We had a great man over there here recently, and made $2.6 million. We bought a lot of equipment, so still got a lot of work to do on that map though. A lot of logging to do, and working with that wood chip harvester, or whatever you want to call it. It's not a very easy thing to use. It takes some patience, but oh, that is another new thing coming to 17. That I thought pretty awesome. You know, they released the developer blog number 3, and they went over the types of crops that we'll be able to use. One of them was poplars, and they're just basically, you plant the poplars, the little trees, and you know, before they grow too tall, they have a wood chipper poplar harvester for the front of the forage harvesters, and you get wood chips that way, and you can make a lot of wood chips that way. You know what I just did? I started pulling out of there before time. Alright, let me get back around here and see if I can turn around, make a wide turn here. This may not work. This may fail miserably, but well, it's working alright so far. But yeah, you'll be able to harvest poplars and make wood chips that way. That should be a whole lot easier than the wood chipper that they have right now in 15. So I was excited to hear that. Another thing people have been looking at on the videos, on the trailers, they see the tractors plowing under a crop. One of the new crops is going to be oilseed radishes. And basically you plant those, and you don't intend to harvest them when you plant them. What you do is when they start to show and, you know, start to grow up in the field, you cultivate them under. And they actually use the oilseed radishes as a type of fertilizer for the next crop. So instead of using like fertilizer pellets or spray, you can plant that, cultivate them under, and you increase your yield on the field by 30%. Now, I'll have to test that out to see how that works, because if it only increases it by 30%, I think right now in Farm Sim 15, if you fertilize it, it increases it by 50%. If anybody has any different numbers, let me know, but I think right now if you fertilize or spray it, it increases the crop yield by 50%. Now they may cut that back in 17 to go along with the radishes, but right now I think it does double the yield on the fields. All right, we ended up with 348. Let's go buy our tractor real quick. Where? Right there. All right, we now own that guy. Let's go take a look at him. Nice big tractor. It's got a lot of power. It's got 435 horsepower. It'll pull all the big implements that we have for farming. So we can plant with this guy, we can cultivate with this guy. Cultivating should be a whole lot easier with this Case Magnum. So we'll use him in future episodes. And remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade. See you guys later.